show anything or talk about what's going on the farm. I just want to talk about something I've come to realization on this past week. And it's about technology in our life. And I guess it started about 3 days ago. I was riding with my dad in his truck, and he was listening to conservative talk radio. And who was speaking was Phil Valentine, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Phil Valentine. And he was talking about how he went to lunch with his son. And he said he thought to himself, I wonder if I get up and walk away, how long it would take my son to pick up his phone and look at it. He said, so he told his son he had to go use the restroom. So he got up, took about 3 steps away from the table, looked back, and sure enough, he'd already had his phone out looking at it. And it was ironic because at that time, I was sitting, just riding in the truck. And I was doing, this number, what a lot of people do. Looking at the phone, looking at Facebook, looking at, emails, texting, all that. And it made me think, how much time do I spend a day doing this number right here, or looking at a computer screen? And Phil, he came up with a pretty good word for it. He said he's going to come up with a word, and he came up with calling it screen stare. And really, it's a good name for it, because that's what we do. We stare at these screens. So, I thought about it the next day. I had to go to town and get some, what did I have? Oh, I had to go get some cat litter. I had spilled some oil on the floor of my shop, so I had to get some cat litter to soak it up. Excuse me. So while I was in town, I went by the library. I thought, well, I'm going to kind of, get off the phone, get off the computer a little bit, and start reading a book again, because it's been forever since I've read a book. So I got this one. It's Walden by Henry David Thoreau. It's been a really good book, but it's a hard read. At least I think. And the reason for that being is Henry David Thoreau's vocabulary was a lot larger than what ours is today. There's been several times I've had to stop reading and get on my phone or get on the computer and Google what the word meant. I had never heard the word. There's just been several words like that. And the way it's worded, I had to read, several times. I'm a pretty fast reader. Back in 2008, when we lived in that farm in northern Kentucky, if you subscribe to my channel, you've probably seen it. Life on a self-sufficient farm slideshow. We had the covered bridge, water mill, blacksmith shop, all that. And we didn't have internet. We didn't have. We had a TV, but all we did was we watched old DVDs. Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, Andy Griffith's, the likes. We didn't have it hooked up to a TV service, and so we read a lot of books. And one time we were completely snowed in. It was on a weekend, and I had a book that I got from the library. It's a 550 some odd page novel. I read the whole thing in one day. Started at maybe around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and finished it before chores, evening chore time, which was around 5:30. So that's quite a bit of reading from one day. And this, I've been reading for several hours, and I'm just now on page 47. And it's because the vocabulary is so different. Everything's worded so different than how we talk today. And I'm thinking, why is that? Is it, because he didn't know how to write? I don't think so. Man's a very good writer. Is that we have been dumbed down as a people. Just in my generation, there's so many more acronyms now. It seems like, and texting has not helped it. There's just, especially with texting, and it irritates me. I text, I'll admit, I text every now and then. But I spell things out. I don't like to use these acronyms, because that's just dumbing it down too much. And I've been trying to think, what has made us be dumbed down so much? And if I had to guess, I'd say it's advent of technology. Because you think about it, now, if you don't know how to spell, that's alright, they have spell check. So you don't really know how to spell. If you don't know a word, how to spell something, you don't even have to, text with your fingers on, phones now. You can just, talk to it and it texts it out, spells it out for you. And, so I keep thinking, if that's what we are now, what are we going to be in, in another 100 years or so? Since, compare when Henry David Thoreau wrote Walden and compare it to now, what is it going to be like from now until, 150 years down the road? How dumbed down are we going to be? So I've made a commitment, and I'll tell you, I've lost things to technology. I've lost, things have been stolen. It's stolen my time. The other day, I heard a song on the radio. I was like, man, I really want to learn how to play that song on guitar. And I used to be pretty good at the guitar and all right on the banjo. I never really picked up much on the banjo. So I went back and I picked up my guitar and tried to play. I can't hardly play anymore. I mean, it's just, and that's something that was, was and still is important to me, to be able to play the guitar. And technology, since it has stolen my time, I've allowed it to steal my time. It's also stolen that talent from me, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to make a commitment to myself that I'm going to stay off the phone, let the cell phone. I'll tell you, it's hard to do. If you don't think it's hard to do, try to put your phone away. If you have a smartphone and stuff and you use it a lot, try to put it away. And see if you can let it lay for an hour. It's hard. It is very hard. It's been hard for me, anyways. So what I've done is I'm only letting myself use internet for my business. Like right now, I've got a laptop. I'm not using it, right now filming this video. A friend of mine, he's upstairs on it. And he spent 3.5, 4 hours maybe last night playing a game. And he's been on there, let's see, it's 11:30. He's been on there since about 8:30. And it's stealing, it's just, I don't know why we've gone to where we're letting our technology, if these things were such time-saving devices, then why don't we have more time to spend with our friends and family? I mean, if these are supposed to be what they call time-saving devices, where's the time going? So it's just something I wanted to talk about, and, give food for thought. So, and hopefully, I'm planning on doing a video here soon on blacksmithing. Right now we're working on a blacksmith shop, and I'll come out with a video here soon showing what we're doing on that. So, anyways, hope you all have a great day. We'll see y'all later.